I've been getting a lot of calls and messages this week about what's been happening at Mariner Advisor Network. And to be honest, the timing makes complete sense. LPL Financial has announced a definitive agreement to acquire Mariner Advisor Network. This deal covers 367 advisors and $31 billion in assets. If you're one of those advisors or you're at a firm that's been watching this play out, I recorded this because I think it's worth understanding what's actually going on here. Not the press release version, but the pattern underneath it all. Here's the story as I understand it. The Financial Services Network, the network as it was known, was founded in 1984, and over time it became one of the largest hybrid RIA and OSJ enterprises on the LPL platform. A few hundred advisors and around $26 billion in assets. And in 2022, Mariner Wealth Advisors, a major national firm managing over $600 billion, acquired the network, and they rebranded it as Mariner Advisor Network. The original second-gen principles stayed on. The stated plan was to expand the platform, grow through acquisitions, and bring more support to independent advisors that were on the LPL platform. That was less than 4 years ago. And fast forward till November 2025, LPL acquires a minority stake in Private Advisor Group, one of the largest hybrid RIAs and OSJ platforms on LPL's own network, with nearly 800 advisors and over $40 billion in assets. And now, April 2026, LPL acquires Mariner Advisor Network outright. 223 of those advisors go directly to LPL. The remaining 144, the hybrid advisors, moved to Private Advisor Group. So in the span of roughly 3.5 years, these same advisors have had the network, then Mariner, and now either LPL Direct or Private Advisor Group. That's a lot of change for a platform that advisors chose because it felt like a small, well-run, relationship-first driven firm. Now here's what I think was actually happening behind the scenes. And I'll be clear that some of this is my read, my take, not stated fact. When Mariner acquired the network in 2022, I believe the thesis was, we'll use this platform to recruit advisors, grow through acquisitions, and build out the independent network side of our business. The problem is that a lot of advisors on LPL, even advisors who have had real frustrations with the platform, didn't move. Inertia is obviously a powerful force. Repapering is annoying. And for a lot of these advisors, especially those closer to the end of their career, good enough, well, simply is good enough. So Mariner found themselves sitting on $31 billion in assets, generating thin margins without the recruiting growth they anticipated, while LPL, their primary broker-dealer partner, was simultaneously buying stakes in competing OSJ and hybrid RIA platforms, including now PAG. When your custodian is also becoming a competitor to your business model, the economics of staying independent get complicated fast. The way I see it, Mariner ran the numbers. A $31 billion book generating OSJ level margins is a very different business than the $600 billion they manage on the wealth management side. The exit to LPL and PAG was a clean outcome for Mariner, and LPL gets to consolidate more of the advisor ecosystem under its umbrella, whether directly or through PAG. So what does this mean if you're one of the advisors inside this transition? First, your platform is changing again. That may be fine. 223 advisors are staying on LPL Direct, and for a lot of people, that's a reasonable home. 144 are moving to PAG, which is a large, well-established platform. Maybe the transition is smooth and life is good. That's a real possibility. But here's the question I'd be asking if I were in your shoes. Is this the last change, or is this one more step in a longer consolidation story? PAG now is LPL's a minority owner. LPL has been systematically acquiring stakes in or outright purchasing the largest OSJ and hybrid platforms on its network. The direction of that trend is pretty clear. I'm not saying that's bad, but I'd want to understand it fully before I assume my new home was my final home. The advisors who navigate these transitions best are the ones who evaluate their options from a position of strength before the change is announced, not after. If you're already inside the transition, you're in a different negotiating position than an advisor who saw it coming and prepared. The advisors who wait until something forces the conversation tend to have fewer options. Not no options, fewer. If you're a Mariner advisor or you're at a similar platform and you're watching this thinking, this sounds familiar, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm here to tell you that a conversation about your options costs you nothing. And knowing what those options look like clearly before you need them is just good business. If you want to talk through what this means for you, your specific situation, and your business confidentially, please reach out. That's the conversation I have every single day.